What's up, everybody? Welcome back to PeezyFX Trading. I'm back with another banger. This is the weekly Forex forecast going over indices and the majors. Let's get it. I'm gonna do a full top down starting on the monthly. We're gonna start off talking about this SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, in the way we traded up, completely filled it in, and got a strong reaction to the downside. All right, so looking at the weekly and the way we reacted off of this monthly fair value gap, I really ain't to the point where I feel like it's a 100% reversal yet. I still feel like we need to take out some more significant bullish structure. I really like the way we came down here and reacted from this level. So I want to mark up this weekly fair value gap and this weekly order block. This is an interesting area, and as soon as price dug into it, we went into a period of consolidation. So I'm really on the side of the marketplace where I feel like we're going to start pulling back to rebalance and reprice this week's imbalance. We got this strong push down, and like I said, as soon as we hit this area, we went into a period of consolidation. We got that low of the week on Tuesday, and then we just started trading sideways. This is typical price action when you're in a higher time frame PD array. So the question is, after this whole week of accumulation, we need to see which way the market is going to go when it goes into that manipulation phase. Now, if it's going to continue bearish on the higher time frame, this is our accumulation, and our manipulation will go to the upside as a retest before expanding down. So if next week is going to be the week that we get, come up out of that accumulation and go into that manipulation phase, this is something that could very well happen. We're going to take our time with this accumulation and manipulation. It's a possibility that we could continue consolidating going into next week as well, get a push down to take out previous week's low, and then do something like this. So it really all boils down to where we are at going into Tuesday, Wednesday of this coming up week. But I really think that we can anticipate higher prices. That's really what I'm sticking with. I really feel like this significant low that was made on Tuesday was official swing low. So if that's the case, then we could go ahead and throw our fibs on the chart, and we have our premium discount and equilibrium levels. Notice how our equilibrium is right here in this divvy. So I'm really all for higher prices on the DXY this coming week. I just don't know if we're going to get back down here to take out this low going into Tuesday or Wednesday. Something's telling me that that's not going to happen. I mean, it's a possibility, but I don't know. Right after this huge expansion, we start going into a consolidation. So what's going to happen next? A reversal, manipulation, and distribution. And being that all this is basically playing out on a higher time frame, then we could spend a whole week trading up as a retest. For example, look what happened right here. Let's start over here on this Sunday, where we started out remaining inside of a range, a consolidation. So from this high down to this low. So there's your accumulation right there. And going into Friday, we got that purge of buy side liquidity, and then a displacement to the downside. The following week, we continue the expansion, and going into Thursday and Friday, we started to pull back. So we created that swing low on Thursday, and then started to retest. We spent a whole week and a half retesting before price decided to expand again. So this is basically something that I want to see happen right here now. So let's look at it like this. We got this expansion. We spent a whole week expanding. We spent a whole week or so retesting, right? So we just expanded. We spent a whole week consolidating. Now I believe it's not too far-fetched to get a whole week of retest. This is an area that I would be anticipating a reaction from, as well as even way up here. I really wouldn't want to see prices retest that far, but you never know. This is what I'm thinking, y'all. I'm thinking that this next weekly candle is going to open up, trade up, take out previous week's high. All right, and this is also the low of this fair value gap. So here's your weekly fair value gap that was literally just created after this past week candle closed. So I'm thinking something along the lines of a new weekly candle. We could possibly trade up, digging into that daily fair value gap, which is also around the consequent encroachment of this weekly fair value gap, and then react and trade down. Now that would be a large range week if that happened. Let's make this thing green, right? And let's think about it like this. There's that opening price. We can get that opening on Sunday, trade down, take out previous week's low, and then spend the remainder of the week rebalancing and ending our week somewhere inside of this weekly or daily fair value gap. Being that Thanksgiving is this week, my honest opinion on that is I don't think that we're going to see the markets affected until Thanksgiving Day. So check this out, y'all. It's dry on today and Monday. Going into Tuesday, we got orange folder news around London close. Wednesday, we got red folder news at London open. This is what I really love to see, y'all. I really love to see them red folder news affect the euro during London session. And then at 8:30, we got orange and red folder news going into New York open, equities open. This is going to be a very eventful day. So being that we got high impact news drivers on Tuesday and Wednesday, like this could really help us out. So I can really see something like this happening, man. So y'all know that Wednesday usually starts that weekly expansion, right? And the fact that we got all this high impact news for the euro, for the pound, and for the dollar on Wednesday really makes me think that that's going to kick off our weekly expansion. And the fact that we have this orange folder news on Tuesday after New York opens, then it makes me believe that Tuesday is going to give us that manipulation and a potential high or low of the week. Now, this is something that I look forward to every week, is to see red or orange folder news on Tuesday. I really love to see them on Tuesday during London session, but we don't have that. We have it on Wednesday during London session. So these high impact news drivers could really affect the market in a way to where, Sunday and Monday get that usual consolidation. And then when that orange folder news hits for the dollar after New York opens on Tuesday, it could really drive price up, and we can hope to get a reaction. Going into Wednesday, we could get that weekly expansion. Now, I could be wrong. Like, it could be negative news for the dollar, and we could trade down lower to take out this area of liquidity, previous week's low, and then trade higher. One or two of those things are going to play out. That's just how you have to look at it. I would be willing to bet my money on this scenario happening right here. That's what I would want to see happen. We are in a deep discounted area. You hear me? So with that being said, we are in a buyer's market. We're in a deep discount. Price then went into a consolidation after an expansion. So we know what happens after that. Expansion, consolidation. I'm looking for a run up and then another expansion down. But our biases can easily change if we get that run down first. We get that run down first, then you already know what time it is. It's fairly simple. The market trades up first, we're going to be looking for a down close week. The market trades down first, we're going to be looking for an up close week. Same scenario, except for reverse. Trade down to that monthly fair value gap and get a strong reaction. Drop down to a weekly. We bounced up out of that monthly fair value gap with a lot of momentum. We got a huge displacement to the upside right here. The only thing that seems logical to me is a retracement to go higher. This is on a daily time frame, so this retracement is going to last for quite a while. Maybe, all right, we just spent a whole week as we make this swing high. Now, I can see another week, at the bare minimum, 1 week of retracement before we possibly go into another consolidation or get a strong reaction and just go higher. Essentially, what we see every time the market peaks and starts to retrace. See this? Starting at the beginning, you trade down to the monthly fair value gap, then we launch higher. We spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a whole week of retesting, and then the market eventually starts to expand again. Right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a whole week of retesting, and then we launch higher. Seems pretty logical to me that we will go in and look for sales on Euro USD this week. Like I said, we just really need to pay attention to the market and see what's going to happen. Either we are going to trade higher to take out previous week's high and then expand lower, or we are going to do something like this. Sunday opens. It's not too far-fetched to see the market consolidate on Sunday and or Monday. We could possibly just get a tiny run up to clear out this high, like Friday's high, and then trade lower. That's a scenario. Or we could immediately open up on Sunday and displace to the downside and then get a retest and then trade lower. Or we could open up, work our way up to clear out this liquidity. Either way, I want to see lower prices. The possibility of us opening up, immediately trading down and create a low of the week on Tuesday just to expand higher, I don't think that's going to happen. We do need to be aware of something like this happening though. You see how we got this dealing range from this swing low to this swing high, right? Everybody, including myself, was anticipating price to get back down to at least equilibrium. Notice that did not happen. Look on the daily. This fair value gap was a point of interest during this time. The market peaked. It made relative equal highs, support zone, relative equal highs, liquidity pool, target. All right, we turn around. We have a down close day. This day opens, trades lower, clears out previous day's low. It's just very, like that would have been a very difficult trade to catch. That would have been a difficult trade to catch. Now, granted, you do have a fair value gap right here, very tiny. The market overshot it by 30 pips. Look on an hourly chart. It's just things like this that you need to be aware of because you never know. Like we could be anticipating price to trade down to a discount. It could just trade down, clear out previous week's low here, and then continue this uptrend. I don't want to see that happen. I don't think that will happen, but then again, I didn't think it would happen here neither. But this was red folder news event, right? I can't remember what it was, CPI, PPI, whatever. But we got a huge reaction. I would have definitely wanted to see price come back down to at least the equilibrium, but look what we was reacting to. We have an hourly fair value gap right there. But most importantly, you had this weekly opening gap right there. The opening of that hourly order block, coupled with like the 50% of that volume imbalance right there. So our dealing range could have possibly been the low that was created on that Sunday up to Tuesday's high. Price traded down, hit that 79% retracement level, and then took off. So I said that to say this, like, just be cautious of, certain areas over here. Like, for example, this fair value gap. I'm not saying that it's going to react from here. I'm just saying, like, you've seen what happened on this week. Looking at this week right here, thinking about the weekly concept, you have the market opening up on Sunday, trading up, creating a significant high on Tuesday, and then we trade lower. When do we anticipate the low of the week to form? Thinking about the weekly concept, right? We anticipate the form on Thursday. So with that approach to the marketplace, you can't go wrong. All right, so the first thing that catches my eye, right, is this and this. We opened up, we traded down, and we jammed up to clear our previous week's high and to dig into this sell side imbalance. Draw down to a daily. So we have that weekly fair value gap right there. Then we have this daily fair value gap right here. GU is more bunched up closer together compared to EU. You have this little fair value gap here, and then right here on Euro USD, you got two big ones. I can really see this new weekly candle opening, possibly spending a whole week trading lower. Like I was saying, I did not want to see. See the market open up, trade down, jam down, and then jam up. It's gonna be an interesting week for sure. I like this one better. The reason I like this one better is because unlike Euro USD, the area isn't that large. Prices having expansions, pullbacks, and from this swing low to this swing high, I really like how cable. I feel like something like this could happen, where price just trades down into here, and then we continue this uptrend. And this is not too far fetched, and I feel like it could play out a lot sooner than the play on Euro USD is to see something like this happen. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So here's the weekly fair value gap. The gold one is the daily fair value gap, and this is the huge BC on the hourly chart. We got relative equal highs up here. It's a buy side liquidity pool. What I'm doing right now is trying to see what's over here, because we could really see something like this play out. We have this high down to this low, right? We got relative equal highs. So to see price trade up, clear out these highs, the high from Friday, the high from Thursday, dig up into that 79, 80% retracement level, and then trade lower. GJ is about the only one that's in. I feel like it's going to trade lower, and we are actually inside of a decent discounted area right now where we closed at. So here's our current dealing range. Really like how we got this displacement and a return, and then an expansion. And after that expansion, we just kind of flagged our way back up into that 70.5% retracement level. We tapped it. This will probably be my POI. See if we can trade up and get up into this level, and then expand lower, taking out previous week's low. Really looking at how we reacted. We jammed up during London and tagged at 70.5 retracement level, and then went into a consolidation, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Let's see if we can get something like that to play out on GJ this week. We developing trendline liquidity here. So retail traders are going to be looking to buy when the market gets down here. I would really be interested in targeting this trendline liquidity. So if we could get something like this, maybe a turtle soup entry, that's logical. It could happen. We also have this little hourly order block right here. That looks good. It really does. This is probably one of the most solid setups I've seen so far. All right, SPX. SPX is in an interesting area because I really feel like it could go either way. You know what I mean? All right, so here's that sell side imbalance. Price dug up into it and started going into a consolidation. All right. Going into Thursday, we made a significant low. So we made a significant high on Tuesday, and then we made a significant low on Thursday. Now, the fact that we dug down into this buy side imbalance and dug into this candle, this up close candle, really makes me feel like that we could open up on Sunday. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I really feel like this thing is ready for a takeoff, for real. I just don't know. So my guess is that we're probably going to want to come down in here and completely fill in this fair value gap before continuing higher. So this was a target for me last week. I wanted to sell down into this area. Price really didn't do anything significant though. We got this accumulation, this manipulation, distribution. We got down in there. All right, this is that SIBI, the sell side imbalance. This is a breaker. I still think we're gonna have to get down here, y'all. Honestly, this is the dealing range that I'm playing off of. We have that equilibrium level here. Price did not get down into there. We do have this breaker, but honestly, what I like to see when it comes to breakers is price to dig down lower into them. Sell side liquidity here, buy side liquidity there. This one is most likely to get hit. I say sell side is most likely to get hit. We're in a seller's market right now. We need to wait until price gets back down below this equilibrium level to try to take it higher. So I feel like this will be our next draw on liquidity. Just dug up into that sell side imbalance, these two blue lines, and we got a strong reaction from it. We're going to keep trading lower. We're not going to keep trading too low, right? But we're going to retest that expansion, that buy side imbalance. I really wouldn't consider this a dealing range, honestly. I wouldn't consider it. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not. Like, I would not throw my fears on a price swing like this. Why? Because it's too much going on. Like, you already have balanced price ranges in here. Like, this is good order flow. There's no significant imbalances right here. So you drag your fib up to the most recent swing low on the daily. That's how you use your dealing ranges. Now, it's logical to look at this as a dealing range from this swing high to this swing low. That's how we know we are in a premium from this dealing range, and we are also in a premium from this dealing range. Price is gonna drop. I don't think it's gonna drop too much, and we are gonna continue this uptrend, I believe. Doesn't this look like a solid pullback to go short? As long as the dollar keeps dropping, y'all, this is going to keep going up. So we peak right here and start trading higher. At the same time, we peak right here and start trading lower. Y'all see that? They're correlated because we have the USD involved in this pair, unlike the futures. So if we are anticipating the dollar to open up this weekly candle and trade up into this CB, then we need to anticipate for this weekly candle to open up and trade down into this one. This looks like a very clean area to go short from. If this was a setup on a lower time frame, an hourly or 15-minute, even 5, dude, I would kill this. I would murder this trade. Going short from inside this fair value gap, and we're gonna ride it down to take out the previous swing low. But see, being that the time of year, it's the only thing that makes me think that that's not gonna happen. That we're going into this new year and we starting to reverse. It's the only thing that seems logical, bro. Look, we just spent basically the whole fourth quarter pulling back, retesting. We could remain up here somewhere until the beginning of the year, and going into January, February, expand lower again. It's a possibility, man. We just gotta wait it out. So this seems easy. This is what I think is gonna happen. This seems real easy. This has got to get hit. It came very close, but it didn't get it. How long is it gonna take to get down here? And how long is it gonna take to get up here? That's the question. But I honestly think that as long as the DXY goes up to fill in that sell side imbalance, then this would be the most logical approach. If to trade down, possibly even fill it all the way in, and then this would be our next target. But for the time being, we need to be paying attention to short in this area. Going short, targeting this area down here. We're going to target this level. We're going to target the consequent encroachment of it, and we're going to target the discount low of it. We was held in a consolidation Sunday and Monday. We got that manipulation, that high of the week on Tuesday, and we worked our way down, made that low of the week on Thursday. And then, kind of sputtered out. I think this high right here should remain intact. Y'all do this on a demo account. When the market opens, place a sell, place your stop loss above this high, and target the low of the fair value gap. If you want to, you can wait and see if we can take out Friday's high, give you a better risk reward. Might get lucky and fill in, I don't know, 50% of that single candle right there. The way US 30 is acting, it really makes me think it's about to just catapult and go to the moon. Makes me feel like this high is about to get ran. Looks like we got a solid retest. We got a very nice weekly fair value gap. That price completely filled in. It reacted beautifully from the low of that fair value gap and then just displaced up out of it. Now we got relative equal highs up here. So we have clear targets to the upside here and here. Looking at a daily, look how Thursday we made that low, completely filled in the fair value gap, and then started working our way back up. It's in a very odd area. It's in an area that makes me believe that we could possibly open up and just continue trading higher. I would be too scared to go short from here. I don't like to see price pull back that far. Look, just look at the dealing range here from that high to this low. Would anybody feel comfortable going short right there? I mean, I see there's a fair value gap and I see there's an order block, but even still, like I would be very uncomfortable going short right here. I do not like to see price pull back that far. Now going short from here, writing it down, that's logical. As soon as price took out this high, dug up into this order block, completely filled in the fair value gap, I would go short from there. And we got a fair value gap down here that you could have targeted. Or maybe on the lower time frame, these relative equal lows right here. But anytime you have a dealing range such as this swing low, this swing high to this swing low, and price goes up that far, it invalidates that bearish structure. 100% invalidates it. So I would delete that. Yeah, like David said, in order to go short, you would want to see this high get taken. And we have this fair value gap over here. This would be an area that I would be looking to go short from. Get that Persian buy side liquidity, possibly a turtle soup. Or we could do something like this, right? We have previous week's low. This would be considered relative equal lows. The low right here, the high of the fair value gap. That's what seems suspect to me though. Look, this is what we trying to do on all them other pairs. We trying to target that imbalance. Well, US 30 hit it. Look at that. Let's zoom in. Look at that. It took out the high of the fair value gap, dug in that big ass imbalance just a tad bit on a Thursday. On a Thursday is when we anticipate the low of the week to form. Tuesday high of the week, Thursday low of the week. But maybe we'll get an inducement, like something like this. We got that displacement. We got price touch the fair value gap. Maybe we'll get something like that. Relative equal highs up here though. We got some nice targets to the downside on gold, y'all. We already starting to turn around. Now that order block on a Tuesday. Beautiful. That was nice. If you could have entered off that order block, that would have been a beast ass trade. Period. We got relative equal lows right here. A couple targets to the downside, y'all. Not really sure. We'll just have to wait and see where we at on going into Tuesday. Really would like to see price dig down into this. But maybe it's a possibility that we could target that area. Maybe see if price could trade up into here first. All right, y'all. I done went over my whole watch list. Yeah, no problem. Y'all welcome, man. I'm gonna be active in the Discord. Can't wait to see how the market opens up today. All right, y'all. In the meantime, enjoy your day.